Hey girl, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be doing a soft glam natural makeup look. So guess what? Today is my birthday. For all the June 14 girlies and guys, happy birthday to you. Actually, there is a creator. Her channel is Face Over Matter. I believe her birthday is June 14th as well. So happy birthday, girl, if you see this video. But yeah, so I'm so excited, and today is Sunday, so I also will be getting ready for church. I figured I would film this. I have not ever filmed a get ready with me on my birthday, and I figured it would be fun and I could take you along my process when I'm getting ready, especially for my birthday and church. And if you're like me, where you like your makeup to look like your skin but better, but you also want to look more special for days like your birthday or anniversary or anything that is more than a typical day-to-day makeup look, then stick around because this video is for you. So if you like videos like this, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and let's get into this subtle, soft glam, natural makeup routine. Today, I'm going to be using my favorites, like makeup products that I've just been loving, that I'm constantly picking up and grabbing, and they're all in this beautiful makeup bag. But get into the bag. I love the nude color. I love the texture. This is the front of the bag, and then you zip it. That's how much it fits in there. On one side, I have all my makeup products, and then on the other side, I have all my tools and my brushes, everything. I'm going to be pulling from this bag. This bag is my everyday makeup products or my when I want to look a little more special products. So all of them are in here. They're going to be either some old favorites or some new ones that I've recently fell in love with. So let's get into it. As you can tell, I do have some uninvited guests on this side. I tried a new skincare product and I had a skin irritation to it. So, you know, I have some guests here that was not invited to the party. But I'm going to show you, even when you have breakouts or when your skin is not looking perfect, you can still have a good makeup day. It's all in the skin prep. And I already prepped my skin off camera. And if you want to know how I prep my skin, I actually have a video where it's just me doing my skin prep before makeup. So I'll link that in the description box in case you were interested and you were curious on how I prep the skin before my makeup routines. Now we're gonna go into what I've been loving at the moment as far as base foundations. So there are two. First, we're gonna go in with my favorite of the two, which is the Christian Beauty Co. Divine Confidence Foundation. I still have the sample sizes. Today we're gonna be going in with shade 18, Glorious. And I just love this foundation. I love it so much. This is a foundation that I use either for church or for a special occasion. This is the foundation that I've been using. And once I finish these small bottles up, I'm going to get the full size. Well, maybe someone might gift it to me for my birthday. I don't know, but I'm definitely getting the full size. This has been my go-to foundation. And again, I have other foundations, but I have not touched them since purchasing this sample size. I'm gonna go in with that, do a few or swipes. This has been my favorite foundation. I love it. It's lightweight, but it's still beautiful on the skin. Skincare ingredients, just beautiful. The brush that I love to use with this foundation is the Real Techniques 400 blush brush. I know it's a blush brush, but the way how the bristles are, it just blends this perfectly. I've tried different brushes, but this is my favorite way to blend out this foundation. For me, I find when I'm dealing with texture and breakouts, skincare infused foundations or products work best, and lightweight skin tint or products that melt into the skin is going to be your best friend in terms of texture and breakouts. Even though my skin is not looking perfect as far as the texture of it, it still looks beautiful. So I'm gonna go in with some more, another layer. I'm gonna add some to my forehead. Just beautiful. You cannot make this up. And this is why it's my favorite. It's my favorite liquid foundation. And I don't feel like I have anything on my skin. I'm gonna go in with another foundation that I've been loving. These two have been my holy grails. And this is the Christian Beauty Co. Tallow Cream Foundation. And I love this. This is my favorite for everyday makeup, no makeup, when I don't have any time, but I wanna look a little more put together. This is the foundation that I grab, and this is in the shade, oh, okay, this is another shade. So I have several shades, and I use them for different things, for concealer or for spot concealing foundation. The shade that I'm using today in the Tallow Cream Foundation is Rich Golden. So I'm gonna go in some areas where I have some hyperpigmentation, just to cover. Normally I don't do this, but it's my birthday. I will do this extra step. I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. foundation brush to just in those areas where you can see my acne scarring, post-acne scarring peeking through. Not everywhere. I'm not gonna cover everywhere, but just in certain spots. Now with the Tallow Cream Foundation, this one have more coverage than the Divine Confidence Foundation. So I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit. I'm gonna go in with the Tallow Cream Foundation, but in another shade. It's a custom shade, and I use this for concealing under my eyes. I'm gonna go in with that same e.l.f. foundation brush. And then I'm going to blend it out. And one of my favorite ways to blend out that particular concealer that I use, because it fits perfectly in the tube, is this brush that I got. It's called T.O. Y'all. It's like, it has like a little kitten heel shape. I love it because it fits underneath my eyes and it packs the product onto my skin nicely, and it fits in the tube perfectly. So I love this for that. Especially when I'm not trying to be precise, but I just want it to blend real quick. And then on my face, I'm going to, I guess, use the same brush. The skin looks so beautiful. So now I'm gonna bronze the skin. I'm gonna go in with my Rose Ink Cream Bronzer in the shade Capri. I'm going to use this to bring back some more dimension. And this is the brush that I've been loving to do that with. Now, you know, I love a good drugstore brush alternative, but I have not seen a brush like this. This is one of them brushes that I will say is worth the splurge. But this is the MPH dual-ended sculpt brush, I believe it's called. I'll leave the name of the brush on the screen. So I'm going to swirl it in, but I love this brush. And it is my favorite way to bronze or to sculpt my face. From the videos that I've seen her do it, she goes like that. Now she goes all the way in, and because of my hair, I don't want to mess it up. I'm not going to do that. And then on the other side, the same thing. And again, this is for someone that loves that sculpted type of look. This is for you, this type of brush. And if you have a small face or if you want more precision, this brush you're gonna find is just the best to do it. And so then she goes this. I'm not gonna do that because I don't wanna mess up my brows. So I'm just going to, how I normally do is, go around. Oops, see? That's one of the reasons why with the bigger brush is just, it gets in the way. So I'm going to, but you see how it just fits right there? And that's why I love this brush. I love this brush so much. So I say if you've had trouble with the size of your brush is just too big, I would say give this a try. From what I saw her do in her videos is she goes under. So she goes under like that. This fits in the pocket of my eyes perfectly because it's small. So yeah, so I do that. So I go in like that. And then I connect it. But yeah, and that's how I do it now. Right now it looks a little crazy, but this has worked out for me. I'm gonna blend my nose contour out with this e.l.f. blending brush. It is the e.l.f. blending brush. And I'm not trying to be precise in how I blend it. So now in terms of blending my perimeter of my face, I like to go in with this brush. This is my favorite. It's an angled blush brush. It's a BH Cosmetics blush angled brush. So now we're gonna go in with blush. And you know, if you've been watching my videos lately, I've been loving the Nude by Nature Hydra Stick Lip and Cheek color, this blush right here. But today I want to go for something a little more warm, more peachy. I'm gonna go in with the Honest Beauty Cream Cheek Lip Color in the shade Coral Peach. This shade right here today. So the brush that I love right now to go in with my cream and powder blushes is the Real Techniques Ultimate Multi-Tasker. Dual-ended, and if you know, you know what this can remind you of. So I'm going to go in that product and I'm going to blend it in on my forehead, and then I'm gonna go on my cheek. I'm gonna go in with a second layer, is that you can build it up. Whoop, that is a lot. Okay, we're gonna go back and blend that out, but yeah, so key is make sure you go in and then tap it in your forehead. I love to apply my blushes higher as it makes the cheeks look juicy and it just lifts the face without surgery. Yeah, see? Love that. Let's calm this one down a little bit. The easy way to do that is just blend and then tap the excess on a paper towel. That's what I'm doing right now. And then we're gonna get that one looking just like the other side. Love this blush. So I'm gonna add some on my nose. So now we're gonna go in with my brightening concealer, and that usually is a shade or two lighter than my skin tone. I use this to bring back light to the center of my face. And this is the Jane Iredale Skintuition Brightening Under Eye Concealer. And this is in the shade D12. This is what it looks like. This is a new product from Jane Iredale. This is not sponsored. This is purchased with my own money, but I've been looking for a replacement of my Say Hydra Beam Concealer and my Rose Ink Hydrating Concealer. I've been looking for another foundation that is fragrance free, that is good for acne prone skin, but that also is hydrating and that will do the same or similar effect. I saw this and I figured I'd give it a try. So it's like a brush. I click it for the product to come up, and I'm still figuring out how to use that. I'm gonna go in with that e.l.f. foundation brush. This is what it looks like. I'm going to tap it in this way, just so that I get the most coverage. And what I like to do just to marry it all together is use the brush that I use for foundation. And then I like to use that to blend it in with the concealer and the blush. It just makes a difference in how it looks. Okay, so now we're gonna bronze the face, and this is a oldie but a goodie. This is the Well People bronzing powder in the shade bronze, and I love to use this to bronze the face to set my cream bronzer. I love to do that with the Morphe M405 brush. This is what it looks like. It is small, but it's precise. Make sure you tap off the excess. And you see how it just fits along my hairline without disturbing my hair really. So that's what I love about this brush. So right now I'm just blending, you know, everything in so that there is no harsh lines. So now we're gonna go in with powder. I'm going to set the concealed areas with, if you know, you know, the Nude by Nature translucent finishing powder. And I just love this since purchasing it. And my favorite tool to use this powder is with the Christian Beauty Co. Beauty Sponge. This is my favorite way to use this powder. So I go in, I tap here, then I tap off the excess on my forehand just to make sure it's all blended nicely. And then I go under where I concealed. And I'm telling you, between the powder and the sponge, it just smooths everything. It makes it look more flawless. Look at that. Look at this under eye, and then look at this under eye area. Big difference. That's why I need to get me another one of these sponges because I love it. And I've tried other brands before, but I don't know, it's just something about the Christian Beauty Co. sponge. I just love it. Again, I am blending it on my forehand and then going right under. Look at that. Look at that. And they both are affordable. Drugstore, Clean Beauty Fine, and then Christian Beauty Co. It's actually even more affordable than the ones you'll find at the drugstore. So blend that out there. I use my forehead, a little down my nose, and then here, go around my mouth. Then I clean up underneath where I apply bronzer, because sometimes we can get carried away with the bronzer. Even though I had a breakout there, you can barely tell. So now I'm going to go in with my powder blush. I'm going to set the cream blush that I applied earlier. And I'm going to go in with the 100% Pure Fruit Pigmented Very Naked palette. And I'm going to go in with that blush shade. This shade right here. It is my favorite peach tone powder blush shade. And with that same Real Techniques multitasking brush, I'm gonna go on the other end, pat that in there, tap off the excess, and then I'm going to add that on my cheekbones. See how pretty that is. And then I'm gonna go on the other side with that same blush. I'm going to go in on the other side. I'm just gonna tap it. I'm gonna go on top of that with this cream blush. And it just melts it in and I don't know, just does something. We're gonna go in with cream highlighter. And today we're gonna go in with the Rose Ink cream highlighter in Prismatic. Normally with these makeup routines, I don't do too crazy of an eye makeup look, but because it's my birthday and I want to do something a little more special, but it's going to be the simplest eyeshadow look you've probably seen on YouTube. I'm going to do a crease shade, a lid shade, and an inner tear duct shade, and probably pop a shade in the center, and that's it. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to make a simple eye look more special. This palette is not a non-toxic palette, but I don't have a non-toxic palette that has these peachy corally shades. This is the shades that I'm working with. So I'm gonna go in the crease with this brown shade right here. And the brush that I've been loving to do my eyeshadow looks is this Japonesque dual-ended eye brush. And I love it because it has a fluffy end and then it also has an end to smudge. I'm gonna go in on the fluffy end, which is a blending brush. You can use any brown shade, bronzer shade in your crease, but that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do 2 layers. And I'm kind of going in the crease and then dragging it down to my lid. Not in a precise way, just doing that. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye. So I'm gonna go in the crease and drag it down, crease, drag it down. That same brown shade, and then do it again, a second layer. Crease, drag it down, crease, drag it down. This shade right here, I also wanna add that too in the crease. Really, woo. A little goes a long way. So I'm really, yeah, wow. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have did that. That's a lot. Oh man, I probably screwed this up. Okay, that's not what I thought it was gonna look like. It is what it is at this point. So I'm gonna go back in that brown shade. Wow, I didn't realize it was gonna be that pigmented. I'm gonna go back in that brown shade. Oh, about to hit pan. Wow, that's more warmer than I was going for just for that part. I'm gonna clean that up when I'm done. For now, I'm just gonna leave it at that. So now I'm gonna go in with my finger. I'm gonna go in with this shade. I'm just gonna do the same thing. So I'm gonna tap that in. Just to give like a little highlight to the eye, I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. I'm just gonna add that to the center. Yep. I'm not even gonna go in with a second layer. I'm gonna use the remainder and do that. And literally, that's all. So I'm gonna clean that up with that same Christian Beauty Co. foundation. I'm gonna go in with that same brown shade on my lower lash line, this shade right here. And then I'm also gonna use a little bit of that too, just to marry it together. So now I'm gonna go in with a small detail BH Cosmetics brush. Now we're gonna go in the inner tear duct, and I'm gonna go in with my 100% pure rose gold palette, and I'm gonna go in with the highlighting shade. Another favorite that I've been loving lately since purchasing it is the RMS Radiance Lock Setting Mist. So we're gonna go in with this to set the face. And this is what it looks like. So now we're going to curl the lashes. You know, my favorite Japonesque Pro Lash Curler. So now we're gonna go in with my lash primer, and today we're gonna go in with the Jane Iredale Lash Extender and Conditioner. This is what it looks like. I've been loving the formula. I'm not the biggest fan of the brush. This is what the brush looks like. I have like this pack of disposable brushes, and I'm gonna use one of these, this brush. I like this style of a brush. Man, if only I could put this one in there permanently. Okay, so that is the primer there. I'm going to go in with the mascara that I've been loving lately, and this is the 100% pure Fruit Pigmented Ultra Lengthening Mascara. This is what it looks like. And this is what the wand looks like. Hourglass shape. It's my favorite non-toxic mascara right now. So now we're gonna go in with press-on falsies, and these are my favorite. But this is a new version. This is the Kiss and Press, long-lasting, up to 5 days, no glue needed. This is what it looks like, and I've been saving it for my birthday. It is the Demi Bold. Love these, meaning press-on falsies. Kiss and Press brand is my favorite, but I've never tried this particular packaging, so we're going to see if I like them or not. And they were on sale at Ulta. So this is what it looks like. How cute is this? And then I could put my lashes back in it when I'm done. But yeah, so we're gonna see how this lash applicator works, because usually the ones that come with it, I end up not liking it and I just use the one that I have, but I'm going to use this today. Okay, let's see what the 14 looks like. I have some shorts to show you how to apply these. And then in my other videos, you'll see how I apply them. See, this is what it looks like. Ooh. But I do love the case. I love the case. So I didn't use all of them. I just used 14, 12, and 10 on each eye. So now we're gonna go on the lower lash line with that same mascara. And I've been loving this lip combo. First, we're gonna go in with the Nude by Nature, the defining lip pencil in the shade Espresso. And this is what it looks like. So now we're gonna go in with the Araza Coconut Color Glossy Balm in the shade Melba. This is what it looks like. Corally shade. I felt that it would go perfect with the whole look. This is a new fave and I love it. And it is non-toxic. It's not sticky. It's like it says, like a balmy lip gloss. That's what it feels like to me. So pretty. All right, so this is the final look. You have to let me know what you think in the comments, but this is the look, like a corally, tropical kind of dress. Perfect for the summer. But yeah, this is the dress. My green earrings pulling the greens in the dress, and then the eyeshadow pulling in the corally peachy shades. Hopefully you could see the vision. Hopefully it came together. And also look at the skin. Like I said, just because you have some breakouts and some acne doesn't mean that you can't have a good makeup day. It's really all in skin prep and then the makeup products that you're using on top of that skin prep. It really comes down to that. But yeah, this was fun and I'm excited for today. And not only is it my birthday, but also it is Sunday, so I can hear what he wants to speak to me. So it's gonna be a good day today. Thank you again for sticking around to watch this long video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope it was helpful. And if you like videos like this, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Until next time, bye.